The new payment system in the US is beginning to provide insight into the revolution in digital assets and how they are being used to advance payments. Here we'll have a clip featuring Bill Hagerty. He is the one who is responsible for the Genius Act. We'll also examine some recent material from Paul Atkins regarding the development of a regulatory framework for digital assets. You must hear that this is a brand new clip. We will examine and discuss XRP, as well as spot ETFs, and obtain an update. Additionally, we will examine some material provided by StraitsX's head of commercial on their new stablecoin on the XRP ledger. Additionally, we'll examine certain SARI measures in the final section, and they are extremely positive for XRP. Let's check this out. This was uploaded by RZ. Come on, let's get started. Do you think I'll ever be able to tell my broker, all right, buy me X number of stable coins and keep them in my account? You'll be able to accomplish that practically immediately. The payment method is available once more. For it to flourish in America, we just need to provide a legal foundation. We'll see what's been going on otherwise. Offshore, it will continue to move. Yes, this is a better approach for us to safeguard consumers, and it's also a better way to ensure that America continues to be the center of innovation and competitiveness in this field. Although I think it would be a huge victory for the cryptocurrency industry, I'm shocked to see that Ethereum and Bitcoin are really losing some momentum today. But no, sir, feel free. No, I was going to say that, when you think about it, this is great for dollar dominance despite the slight erosion we've seen. It will ensure that the dollar remains the preferred currency globally, as that's where all digital trading will take place, and increasing demand for treasuries again helps us, especially at a time when we're trying to reduce this deficit. I believe I understand. Thank you so much for coming, Senator Hagerty. So, thank you. Thank you. Just assume they realize that stablecoin adoption will be crucial to the US dollar's future. To purchase US debt, they require reliable coin issuers. That's the strategy here. In order to ensure that de-dollarization is a serious threat on a global scale, national security will undoubtedly be the top priority for the Trump administration. Getting stable coin regulation in place and enacting regular regulations for digital assets in the U.S. will be crucial steps in ensuring that the U.S. remains in power for the ensuing decades. If that's the strategy. Okay. Therefore, creating a logical regulatory framework for the markets for cryptocurrency assets that lays out precise guidelines for their issuance, custody, and trading will be a top goal for my leadership, SEC Chair Paul Atkins. All right, let's look at this. At the SEC, how we carry out regulations is very important. Writing a regulation and seeing it through to completion are two different things. Within the parameters of our statutory authority, regulations ought to be sensible, efficient, and suitably adapted. Creating a sensible regulatory framework for the markets for cryptocurrency assets that lays out precise guidelines for their issue, custody, and trading while also discouraging lawbreakers would be a top goal of mine as chairman. For investors to be protected from fraud, there must be clear guidelines. Instead of regulating through enforcement, policymaking will be done through notice and comment rulemaking. The Commission will establish fit-for-purpose standards for market players by using its current authority. How the SEC enforces its regulations. Paul Atkins already seems like a better SEC chair commissioner than Gary Gensler, don't you think? The guy seems to be saying the correct things, that's all. His manner. It appears that he gets along with everyone. Okay, so Robinhood has proposed to the SEC to regulate tokenized real-world assets with the goal of locking down a $30 trillion market and bringing Wall Street on board. We shouldn't be surprised by this, really. We've been discussing this on this channel for years, and I know you've done your homework and that you realize that the future of these markets will be a tokenized version where products can be traded around the clock. This will enable more volume to come in, more trades to be made, and hopefully more profits for the organizations and individuals involved in this industry. Additionally, Bitstamp, a Ripple partner and investment, has obtained a permission to provide Mika crypto assets. This will make it possible to execute customer orders and hold cryptocurrency assets throughout the European Union. It comes after Bitstamp last year obtained the MMI MID license to run a multilateral trading facility. This is becoming quite fascinating. It seems like more and more Ripple partners are expanding to take a larger share of this market. Robinhood's biggest issue was that they didn't have enough foreign clients. They also wanted to grow their cryptocurrency business because it has grown by several 100% year over year. They know that as more Americans and people around the world become aware of Bitcoin and other digital assets, they will be coming in, and they want to make sure that they have products to sell to people because that's where they're going to make a lot of money. After that, Ono discusses how U.S. Treasury tokens have surpassed 7 billion in TVL. Thus, the total value lock is already over $7 billion. This is the first time this milestone has ever been reached. It's fantastic to see Ono accomplish this. Clearly, this is the first step towards someday adding hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars to the chain. You will see it through to the end. It will be visible to you throughout the XRP ledger. It will be visible throughout HBAR, and I have no doubt that you will see a great number of different asset classes across that. Just to be clear, this is 14 seconds. This is just sort of their advertisement, in my opinion. However, it is mostly responsible for its expansion since the most popular tokenized treasury assets account for more than 80% of all asset holders in this group. This is essentially a little image of the growth chart. I'm so happy. Have fun. Alright, let's continue. Additionally, folks, you can visit realworldassets.xyz to check. You are welcome to visit us at any time. You may view analytics by typing in. This page is the result of it. The XRP ledger is available for typing. You can see what's happening on the XRP ledger by doing this. Naturally, the AI in this corner is also hitting me. However, you can enter any chain and observe that ARX has completed 111 million. We have almost 40 million LEDs here. Then there are roughly 5.1 million in Open Eden. Therefore, it is clear that we are still in the very early stages of this process. Working with the Apex.exchange folks makes me very delighted. Listen, these were made in 2017. No KYC is necessary. In the US, you are able to use them. They are a DX with superpowers. The overall trading volume was $62.7 billion. Nearly 90 million trades have been made by them. 17.42 million is the open interest amount. This is the user interface. You have a wealth of excellent knowledge at your fingertips to help you become the successful trader you were destined to be. Set out on your quest to decentralize trading. They can help you if you're trading any of these expensive cryptocurrencies or if you want to trade more recent meme coins or other AI agents. Cheap costs and smooth multi-chain trading. They also provide you with a complete range of trading products. By simply paying in so makers, you can optimize your profits. 0005 takers 002. Additionally, you have an amazing 24-hour volume. Then there's something else that's a lot of fun to discuss. The XRPL EVM sidechain is expected to debut for the first time in the second quarter after becoming live on test on March 31st. Independently. In order to enable developers to attach code to pre-existing XRPL primitives as a first step, a timeline for the introduction of native smart contracts on the XRPL with extensions has been made public. Therefore, the lack of development has been the most difficult problem facing the XRP community over the past few years. The reason for this is that, as a project founder, it is extremely challenging to expand on a chain that essentially has a heavy burden on its neck. We therefore desire 500,000. On the XRPL, we want all of these developers to be creating the future now. Any updates I come across and any exciting projects I decide to take on will be shared with you. While the daily average and AMM volume decreased 13% from quarter to 4.5 million, the average club volume rose 74% to 13.7 million. This is obviously just retail scheming, AMMs. I believe that there will be a ton of additional value available when institutions actually begin to enter the market, experiment with AMMs, and start to capitalize on it. Guys, I'll leave the entire report below. As I mentioned, I hope you find this enjoyable. It's been an honor, and I hope you have an amazing week. Please hit like, share, and comment if you enjoy the video and would like to introduce yourself. Hello. Bye.